which is nothing taken away from her, because we have a lot of champions out there that don't know how to counterpunch. They move forward and they could, get inside and bang it out, and they're great champions. But I know what her abilities are. I'm talking about abilities, not to, say that she's a bad fighter. But Holly Holmes, we know she's a learner. She's a boxing world champion now, knocking out people with kicks, keeping that distance. So it shows that this girl has been learning and wanting to be a champion. Whatever they're giving her, she's learning and she's using it.
In your opinion, how close or has Ronda hit her peak as a fighter? Like, how much better can she get if she's not at her peak?
Ronda gets better every day in the gym. She's definitely in her prime. She's so physically fit. She's so quick, explosive, strong mentally. She's, I always told her after that 10 professional fights, you'll start feeling it differently. And she's been showing her last 2 fights how great she looks. Of course, the 14-second finish, it doesn't show much, but everybody in our training camp, all the trainers after the fight were saying that Kat was lucky that she got armbarred. She was lucky she didn't get hit, and honestly, we all believe that. This girl punches with both hands tremendously, and you're going to have a beautiful night on the 14th.
With every passing fight, there's more and more attention on Ronda and everything she does. So has all the attention changed anything in the way that you approach a training camp? I guess there are more demands on her time now than maybe there were a year ago.
Of course, we always have to make adjustments, and we've been doing great. Ronda's skills show during the fight, so there's always something going on, and we have to make tactical adjustments, prepare her a bit differently mentally. But we always know that Ronda is born a fighter. When the doors close in that octagon, she'll be ready to perform.
Does it get harder to block out the noise surrounding Ronda? I mean, since the last fight, she announced the film deal.
This is training for Ronda is her therapy, and we love to be in the gym and to work hard, be ready, mentally and physically. So nothing could stop her, or nothing could stop us together. When we're on, we're focused, and everybody sees that, and the outcomes of the fight always show what we're best at doing.
What was her reaction to her mom's criticism?
You'll have to ask her. I'm not going to answer any question.
How did you feel about that? Did it bother you?
It doesn't matter for me. We have a fight in front of us November 14th. That's all I worry about and I care about at this point, and it's her mom end of the day, and that's it. I'm a person never spoke negative about anybody's mom. Will never do that. Friendship, anybody, and I've always, said a mom is a mom. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Was it surprised that came out though this close to the fight, because obviously you guys are trying to focus on the fight?
It does not matter. Nothing surprises. Nothing's going to change my opinion, my thoughts. Focused on the fight. It really doesn't matter.
There's any boxer doing sparring with her?
Yes, we always have our main sparring partner, Lizette Mandel, which is IBF boxing world champion. She's amazing. She fights with both stances, southpaw and orthodox. She's a great champion. So we really do engage very hard with her, properly, because MMA sparring with Ronda is a bit dangerous. It's very hard. Our guys try to spar with her. It becomes very crazy. She's knocking out the guys. If she's not, they have to stand there and engage with her 100%. So do I want that 100% female against a male engaging in my gym? I don't want that. So I do boxing sparring with proper 14-ounce gloves. And we have Lizette, and today we had Ukrainian national team girl that won the bronze medal actually in kickboxing, also in the Muay Thai World Cup. Ukrainian girl sparring with us today. So we have 2 sparring partners, a natural southpaw that kicks. Also, you're going to see her actually on Thursday how she could kick, but today she boxed. They both gave around the 6 rounds.
You have to look for ways to challenge her, to keep her interest up, or is she pretty intense with every fight?
She's intense with every fight. That's why last fight when there was a lot of talk about the fight, Ronda taking the fight to the second round. I didn't. Nobody heard me make comments. I don't think it's right or wrong or this and that because I know my fighter. She can't spar easy one round. How is she gonna fight easy one round? Take it to the second round. It's not gonna happen.
How's Ronda feeling about the match?
She loves it. Ronda loves challenges, and she's excited. She's focused. She loves every fight, but definitely she loves undefeated opponents, and that she could show her skills and her boxing skills. But again, I just have to say it again. I hope she could stand there at a boxing distance and engage with us or try to run away and box with us, and then we could see how great Ronda's hand skills are. But this is not MMA is not a typical boxing match. We know that. So Ronda's ready for everything.
Edmond, are those quick finishes? I mean, is that the result of Ronda's really her ultimate gift, that ring awareness and the ability to seize when she sees that opening to go for it and finish the fight so quickly?
Absolutely, she goes for it. Even the armbar she hit, in 14 seconds. She's never done it in the gym like that. She did it. I mean, she's a natural born fighter, and she takes it from anywhere. Takes submissions, punches, angles off beautifully. Has good legs under her. Ring generalship, very important, and when you have a fighter like Ronda, it's a blessing, because if I tell her, hey, no way in the world somebody's ever going to put your back against the cage, right, champ? And she says no, it's 100%. I believe that. I have no worries. Ronda's ready for everything because mentally she's prepared. She knows what to do in there.
How rare is that? I mean, you see multiple fighters, boxers, male boxers, all
It's rare, but it's mental. Great champions have to take the fight where they want the fight to be, and she knows exactly where to take the fight. She does it. She does a hell of a job. Like the last fight, I said, Ronda, when you hit him, from now on they're gonna want to clinch you, because when they get hurt from your punches and your pressure, they're not going to be able to take that pressure the way you pressure fighters. I've never seen Ronda take a step back in sparring, so I said that pressure already is going to make them break, and they're going to start trying to close the gap and them clinch you, and we exactly saw that with the last fight. And I said, then it'll be your choice if you want to take him down or if you want to push him off you and finish the fight striking. And last fight, we exactly saw that, the way she was tagging. Bet she came in to try to grab her, and Ronda, kneed her, pushed her off, knocked her out, and she said, I did that for you. Thank you.
I mean, when you said you had worked with some of the great boxers,
yes.
Who does Ronda remind you of in terms of her mindset and her awareness in there, in terms of how she approaches things?
What the fighters I've worked with, Victor Arcinian. Victor Arcinian he's an animal, best bantamweight ever in boxing history for sure. Brought a lot of TV attention to all those small weight classes. Guy could punch, one-handed fighter. I told him, well, you got to use that right hand. He goes, coach, my left hand's too good. Why would I use the right hand? He believes in himself. Everything he says, he speaks to himself, and he believes in what he says, and he gets out there and does it. We've had ups and downs. Fifth weight division, when you're a fighter and you love to fight, it's difficult to move up to fifth weight division when you walk around at 129, fight at 126. These guys are too big for him. So we're in Armenia with Ronda. He came out there and argued with me, and I said, why are you arguing with me? I don't want you to fight fifth weight division. Go back to where you belong. And then he signed a contract. So I said, you signed a contract already to fight, and you're arguing with me. I still have to be next to you, But he can fight. He's ready to kill every second. Ronda has the same personality, But there's a lot of great champions out there in boxing that have that attitude. But could they do it as good as Ronda? Ronda's one and only. Ronda's one and only.
And when did she prove that to you, though? How long? What did she do something in particular in the gym? Did she say something? How did you know that the champion was in there?
From her first amateur fight, I knew that she's born a fighter because of the attitude, the approach to the fight, the way she focused, the way she got in there and got the finish. But it takes work, Boxing is totally something different. That's why because you're getting hit in there, and at that age, to learn how to get hit and take the shots and, be able to work through it mentally is not as easy as when you're young. When you're young, it's much easier. You don't overthink, that fear is a bit different. So what Ronda did is amazing, and we've done a lot of work. Ronda's been, from her beginning of her career, she was in here 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, at least working very hard. And I had to explain to her in different matters. Before, she used to take steps backwards. She used to not take the pressure boxing very well. And one day I gave her a simple example. I said, hey, have you ever backed up like that? Have they ever put pressure like that on you in judo matches? And she said, no. I said, why the hell are they doing that in the ring on you? From that day on, Ronda changed. So there has been a lot of work, but definitely she has the heart, she has the mindset. But work needs to be done. You need to feel comfortable also doing it. You need to believe it. You need to try it. It needs to work for you to get that, extra step and be ready for everything. There could be a lot of judo players out there that get in the octagon, and I wish that people could be as great, close to being like Ronda, that we could see. It's fun for the fans. It's beautiful to have, but it's not only about judo. Ronda could fight. She's born a fighter.
Even if she's a natural born fighter and she has all these other opportunities, how long do you expect her to carry on for?
It's the passion, the love, and the desire, and the dedication she puts in the gym. Her work is very important because we train very hard, and she gives it her best, and she tries very hard. And every day when she comes in, she remembers all the little things that we spoke about, that she needs to make tactical adjustments and improvements. And as long as she keeps on doing that, she's going to be dominant. And the day that you don't want to learn and you don't have that passion anymore is the day I think she should stop fighting. But it'll be her decision. She's a very intelligent girl. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to train. She knows how to be a student, an amazing student. She's great. So, it'll be up to her.
What's your gut instinct though? Like a couple of years more?
It's very difficult to say that, because we've seen in the past fighters retiring a bit earlier, and then watching fights at home and getting excited and coming back and saying, I could beat that girl, or a guy, let me get back in there. So we want to do it in a way that Ronda will retire, and she wants to do it in a way also, and never think about coming back. Why not get it done the way you should, and not always, try to have that big drive of coming back. You could still train and enjoy your life, but it's a great champion like Ronda, and even all the fighters. It's not. There's a lot of health, everything involved. Ronda has a lot of judo experience, a lot of injuries. So it's a girl that just having a good life, being healthy is very important. Also, it's not only about fighting.
Obviously, you've been around the world with a lot of your fighters, but from your perspective, what was it like going to Brazil and watching her fight back? Your take on the ring walk, your take on the introduction, because I know you've seen so much.
Ring walk. Ring walk. I was walking in the ring and they threw the Brazilian flag on my head and try to hit Ronda. And, sometimes I should have stayed focused. I know exactly what I'm doing, but I believe in Champ so much that it don't matter. She could get in there alone and she's gonna, shine that day. So I turned around and said, what are you doing? Keep your flag up high. You don't throw your flag on the ground. So then when Ronda got the finish, I turned around and tried to give the guy more shit. I didn't even want to congratulate Ronda. I'm like, you're done. I'm done with you. You finished the fight. You got what you wanted. So I think so, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. They're young, The whole 2 months he was on Instagram giving shit. Of course, I don't respond back. No need to. But and then walking and throwing a flag, it was a little bit too much. But it's okay. Now, fight is the most important again. So they're the ones feeling bad.
You have to find a new motivation for Ronda because she's become such an automatic thing. Obviously, the UFC builds up the opponents, and Holly Holm has the boxing pedigree. But do you think that some of these outside controversies that have nothing to do with the fight have actually created another layer of motivation, or is it something that you guys just block out?
We just block it out. Everything is a motivation. Every day there's a lot of criticism, a lot of, she could box, she can. I do a good job. I don't, this and that, and Ronda is not good. Ronda can't do this, or I can't do. It's every day, so it's not like.
What motivates Ronda?
To be the best in the world, to be amazing. She loves it. She loves to hear the compliments, even from me when I compare her, not even compare, but I say, I want you to be the best boxer in the world and be as good as the male boxing world champions, and everything is a motivation to her. Why not? She's an MMA fighter. Doesn't mean she can't box. Who said that? Don't they punch in MMA? They do, right? So why can't you box great? You could. You should be able to. And I think that's the one, when you have that mindset that you can do both. And in the future, we will have great fighters that are great in all the areas, not having one discipline and trying to win only with that one discipline, which is great. As long as you could win, that's good too. Not try to mix it up and do everything and not be able to get the win. But what I'm trying to say is be great at everything, not average. I have kids right now in the gym. I have one of my little kids right now in the Olympic trials. Made it to state in wrestling. He's in the Olympic trials right now. Kid could grapple, so he's only 17. And we have a lot of UFC fighters coming into our gym and moving around with him. And everybody knows how he could move, how he could wrestle, how he could grapple. Everybody knows how he could box. So we're going to see more of that.
What do you think of the comparison with Chuck Liddell? With her?
Chuck Liddell with her.
Yeah, as far as elevating the sport.
Well, yeah, it's great. I think, Chuck's done a lot for the sport, and Ronda's done amazing also.
Edmond, is that what you want people to say about Ronda after this fight? She's the best women's boxer in MMA also?
It doesn't matter what people say. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I know my fighter. I see my fighter every day. People that know boxing know how Ronda boxes. We have boxing great coaches. John Bray's in the gym, U.S. Olympian, World Games on Oscar's team in the Olympic Games. He was here. He was like, holy shit today. I need people like that. I need the great coaches to give her recognition and knowing how to. She could box. And again, MMA is not a boxing match, so it really doesn't matter. Ronda gets the armbar finish. I love it. Makes my life easier. It's a knockout. I love it as well.
Speaking of boxing recognition, she's the first MMA fighter to appear on the cover of Ring magazine. That'd make you pretty proud.
I'm very proud. Very.
Fire under her after she saw it?
Yeah, she was happy. I have a lot of my boys boxing too, and Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar did a hell of a job, and they got Ronda on that. It was amazing, and she deserves it. It's great.
This is the second continent in a row that you guys are fighting other than the U.S. How much does that mess with preparation? Having to go over to Brazil, going to Australia?
Yeah, it doesn't. Preparation is, we always balance it in the way that Ronda could be in the best shape of her life when she enters the octagon. So, we're ready. Last time we flew in 2 weeks before, and we prepared very well. We had our whole coaches and training camp there with her, and we're going to do the same thing. So she'll be ready. It's exciting, though. I loved Brazil, all the Brazilian fans. It was amazing. And we're going to have the same thing in Australia. Big venue, arena is nice, beautiful, and we'll have Vic there also. Vic's out of Australia, so he's excited. He goes, I don't want to spar Ronda, though. Make sure you bring a sparring partner.
So when do we fly over there, Edmond? Like this weekend or Monday? Or?
Yeah, I don't know if I should say it which day, but because I don't want too many people in the airport. Right? That was a good one.
Sometime in the next few days.
Sometime in the next few days, yes. We will arrive.
Do you think Ronda will ever take a boxing match? You have to actually take a boxing match?
Right now, focus is MMA. So, does she want to? UFC's been great. She's a great MMA fighter. That's what we're focusing on right now.
Did you do anything in particular to keep her focused with all the attention and all the distractions?
No, just having the whole team strong next to her, all the coaches, everybody showing a lot of love and respect, and being dedicated, being united. Anytime, anything, doesn't matter. that we have to deal with. Number one way to be strong is to stay together. And we stay together during training camps, and we work hard, and we believe in the same thing. And that belief and being together and staying strong shows what you can do in the octagon.
Have you guys ever thought about competing in it? See, like an IBJJF tournament, or is that?
Nah, she didn't tell me. Maybe one day when she retires, she could go and do some Abu Dhabi or Jiu-Jitsu competitions to enjoy. Why I'm saying enjoy, because we know what will happen. So.
What will happen?
Hey, you know better than I do. She'll pull everybody's arm out. What will happen?
Holly likes to backpedal a lot when she fights. Have you guys had to place any additional emphasis on their cardio training just to get Ronda to continue to move forward?
Cardio training? Okay. Yeah, of course, we know she moves. She's going to be moving both directions. And we're aware of that. The distance is going to be a bit different. So we got to be sharp on our feet, meaning that it's not about the kicking, just quick, explosive feet, so we could get her where we want her to be. And as we're pressing, we have to be aware of, those counter punches or counter kicks coming in. And she knows exactly who she jumps on.
So are there any indicating factors that you believe that maybe this fight may go longer?
Yes, that she could run, but she can't hide. And I'm not going to give any, I'm not going to say how it's going to finish. I've been still studying, and we know exactly how to approach the fight. But as time goes, I create different feelings, and then right before I walk into the fight, I usually call what's going to happen. So the outcome, Ronda is going to win, but I'll know more exact during fight day.
And have your predictions been
Yes.
more or less accurate?
Yeah, it's been always accurate. Good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Thank you.